Hit it hard, every day on the move, trying to get it off. Hit it hard, they might think that I'm rude when they hear me talk. Hit it hard, hit them all with a juke, then I grit it off. Hit it hard, gotta stick and keep moving to get it off. Hit it hard, every player in the groove trying to get the ball. Hit it hard, I won't say, but this move got me real off. Hit it hard, I mean off the charts, know I'm the biggest boss. Hit it hard, gotta live it, stay true or you miss it all. Facts over feelings, don't worry about how you feeling. No, we just keep it the realest. Know I'm a warrior, know I can tour with these people. Must teach them with lethal, with wisdom. Locking with decon to chop it and listen. We'll hop on the block, dropping knowledge, uplifting. Lately been popping it off, the topics they want. We're blocking and drop what they missing. I gotta stick to the mission. Roll tide over critics who listen. No time for a biased opinion. Most guys going live for a living. Those types just be trying to survive. Hard times got them starving and living. Game time, always starving to give it. And most times it's on life. Post hype.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. This is your boy D. Cott coming with a special occurrence. Cott's Corner today. Today is Thursday, March 12th, 2026. There's some great college basketball going on today. Let me tell you. I got to start off the rip, by absolutely telling you, yes, Miami Ohio got beat today by UMass. 87-83. The conversation is going to go wild and it's going to go crazy. They deserve to be in. They have a loss. Now, all those wins mean nothing. I'm here to tell you right now, they're still a ranked team. They're going to be a ranked team, and they belong in that tournament. There's a lot of people right now that feel like they don't belong in the tournament. People said they didn't belong in the tournament when they didn't have any losses. Now they got a loss. UMass. A UMass team that was on no one's radar. A UMass team that's 17-15. That's going to be the argument. They were 17-15, and you mean to tell me you get beat on a neutral court by this team and you believe you belong in the tournament? Yes, they belong in the tournament. Those 31 wins count. They had a great season. And they shouldn't be punished because they're in the MAC tournament. In the MAC conference. Just like teams should not be credited for playing in the big conference. SEC, Big Ten. You hear me? Same thing. It all equals out. ACC, all equals out. So my thought is simple. Simple. Miami of Ohio deserves to be in. That's not the only game that was going on today. A lot of good games went on today. I just finished up watching the Auburn-Tennessee game. Talk about a really testy game. Auburn had the lead late into the second half, about 8 or 9 minutes to go. Tennessee went on about a 12-2 run, took the lead. The game got testy. Auburn and Tennessee players kind of going at each other, throwing elbows. One player for Tennessee threw the ball at an Auburn player, hit him in the face, got a technical. It was testy. Tennessee pulled it out at the end, 72-62 after a lot of free throws at the end. But I want to continue to go on. Arizona beat UCF. Arizona just trucking along. Arizona's trucking along. They are absolutely the best representation in the Big 12, in my opinion. They've shown that all season long, and there's no reason to believe otherwise. The other thing I want to talk about is this is kind of interesting. I don't remember seeing Darren Peterson do a lot. I'm going to do some research and see how much Mr. Peterson played and how things have gone, right? But if I remember right, I don't think Mr. Peterson did much, right? We'll see. We'll find out what's going on. But he got an opportunity to pick himself up and show a little bit what his worth is because a lot of people are down on Darren Peterson. I still think he's the most talented college basketball player this season. However, with some of those items that have gone on, him not playing, not necessarily being hurt, telling folks that he's pulled himself out the game. Well, maybe there's going to be something to that. We'll find out what happens there. There's not a lot going on beyond that right now. A lot of the games that I've completed. But tonight games, we got some things going on tonight. And obviously, as we know, in the city of Indianapolis, we've got Purdue and Northwestern today, 6:30. That's going to be fun to see. Northwestern took it to Indiana last night. But Purdue is a much formidable opponent, and I think Purdue is going to pull a victory out. I see no reason why they won't win by 8 to 10 points. You got Ole Miss and Georgia tonight at 7 in the SEC. You got a couple more games. You got UConn and Xavier. We know that UConn's going to be pulling that one out. But the big one I'm interested in is BYU and Houston. AJ DeBonza against Mr. Flemings. I know they won't be playing against each other, but you're talking about two high lottery picks that are playing tonight in the quarterfinals of the Big 12 tournament. I think it's going to be a great game. I think AJ DeBonza still has an opportunity to continue to add to his BYU lore and legacy, and I look forward to seeing what he does with a little bit of pressure on him. So that's going to be fun to watch. For me, it's going to be fun to watch anyway. The other thing is I want to talk about that, we've hit on college basketball a little bit. I want just a little bit of time on back on the NBA. There's been a lot of feedback coming on the internet waves about the 83-point game, right? I'm not a hater. I'm going to be clear. I like Bam Adebayo. I like him. I don't hate Miami. But when you contrive things to create an opportunity for a potential record, this was no record. 83 points is not the record. 81 points is not the record. 100 points is the record. So I just don't like things being contrived. And that's why I shared when I was pretty lit 2 nights ago that this felt like WWE. It felt scripted. It felt planned. Okay. And it felt determined. So I'm just not a fan of what happened. I hope Bam Adebayo goes on to have great NBA success. But I'm not going to acknowledge what happened a couple of nights ago like many will. That's just my feeling. I can feel how I want because it's facts over feelings. The fact is I don't respect it. My feeling is I don't respect it. So we're going to leave it at that. We're going to go on about our business because the NBA is starting to heat up. There's a team in the East, the Northeast, the Boston Celtics. Tip your hat to them. They've done nothing but be very impressive over the last couple of weeks. They put a lot of heat on Detroit, on the Knicks, and also on Cleveland. You bring in a guy like Tatum, who hasn't played all season, added to a really good team anyway. You can't help but to be formidable. I'm still going with Detroit because I like what they've done. I like how they play. I like their toughness. And I'm not of the ilk of being bitter and mad at Detroit because of what happened in 2004. That was 22 years ago. A lot has changed in 22 years for me. So with that said, I'm not going to be concerned with the anger that some have towards Detroit. I'm not going to say his name, Reggie Sykes, but I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to look at the games, appreciate them, and enjoy. But I'm still going to hang my hat currently, as I said, since November, Detroit Pistons. So we'll see what happens. We got some time to go. But we're going to be the winners because these games are going to be great. These series are going to be great. So we win no matter what. They're going to be very competitive. They're going to be highly spirited and let the best team win. So as I move on to the West, I did a little bit of East, move on to the West. It looks like Oklahoma City has righted the ship. Got a few wins in a row. Shea's doing his thing, his foul baiting thing, which is great. Turning it into wins, fine. San Antonio has hit their stride. So it looks as though in the West, the two best teams are San Antonio and Oklahoma City. Okay. We're going to call it like it is at this point. I'm not going to discuss the other teams because right now they don't need to be discussed. So I'm calling it right now. Oklahoma City and San Antonio in the West. I'm calling Detroit and Boston in the East. Man, it's going to be tough to beat either team in the West. Those teams are loaded. They're stacked. The only issue I have with San Antonio is the experience factor. They don't have the experience factor over Boston. They do have the experience. No, they don't have the experience factor over Detroit either. Neither team's gone past the second round. But you've got a 7'7" guy with a wingspan about 8'11", it seems like. There's not a lot he can't do. So that's going to be fun to see what happens as this thing shakes out going into middle of March, latter part of March, and then April to the playoff time. So this is going to be fun. Going to be fun to sit back, watch, enjoy. College basketball, March Madness is exceptional. I'm ready for all of that. My lights didn't go out. I just had a little thing happen there. But with that said, let's talk about what we think is going to happen in the NCAA tournament. Come the end of March, the weekend of March 4th April 4th to be exact. Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. Final 4 teams. I don't know how the bracket is going to be set up, so it's just a guess. But I think the best 4 teams currently for me is Arizona, Connecticut, Duke, and it's tough. Do I pick Florida? Do I pick, Houston? Where do I go, right? Do I pick Michigan in the Big Ten? But you can't go wrong with about 6 of those teams. But for me, I'm going to take UConn, Duke, Florida, and I'm going to take Arizona. Those are my 4 best teams right now. That could all be turned upside down because potentially 2 of those teams could be in the same doggone bracket, in the same quarterfinal bracket. So we'll see how that goes. But again, I don't want to make a big deal about what's going on right now because there's more to come. And also, what I also want to share is this. April 4th, I'm not going to spill the beans completely. April 4th, there's going to be a lot of good stuff going on April 4th, not just because it's Final Four weekend. That announcement is going to go on this Sunday, Selection Sunday, on the Game Time Network Live. We're going to announce what we've got planned for Final Four weekend, what we're doing, who we're seeing, all the fun stuff that's going to be there. So my plan is to look at that and smile, and hopefully we have a lot of engagement. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be probably high energy as well, too. So I look forward to that. But again, this is your boy D. Cotta. I don't have a lot today. This is my recorded show, not even a live show. But as I go out, I want to make sure I get a little bit of my music in a little bit because I think it's
hit them all with a juke, then I grit it off. Hit it hard, gotta stick and keep moving to get it off.
I'm getting there. This isn't the final product, by the way. This is just my demo. This is my demo song.
Hit it hard. I mean, off the charts, no, I'm the biggest boss. Hit it hard. Gotta live it, stay true, or you miss it out.
I'm running it all day long with the Game Time Network. This is your boy, D. Cotta, Cott's Corner, coming to you as a recording today because I am legendary. Because I'm ready. And I'm ready to go. Because I'm hitting it hard. All the way. Enjoy, everybody. Have a great evening. Take care of yourselves.
Hit it hard every day on